All right, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all having a great Wednesday. I thought we came back out today, much better energy. You guys, responded well. That you hear from yesterday's practice. Big third down situational day. Got some red zone work, but basically our normal Wednesday. But I thought, guys, you had a great purpose, continuing to push to improve, and I thought, all in all, it was we got the work that was needed, and you definitely had a great bounce back from what yesterday was an average practice, and so it was good to see the guys respond in that way, and just continuing to work preparing for Saturday.
First question will be Antoine Staley from Tallahassee Democrat.
Yeah, Coach, can you talk about Virginia and just what they look like on offense and also some of the players that may stand out on their offensive unit?
Well, you see a team that's playing really well offensively. They were without their quarterback, for a handful of games. He's really playing at a high level. Brendan Armstrong, he's a guy that can hurt you with his legs, as well as what he does. He can make every throw. Got great arm strength. Does a good job of extending plays. I think they're extremely well coached, and they understand how to attack defenses. Everything has a distinct purpose with it puts you in challenging situations. They utilize motions, multiple personnel groupings. They've got some young big play receivers that are really growing up throughout the year, and that's why they're playing really well. And they've won the last 3 games, scoring a lot of points, and you're definitely going to be a great challenge for our guys there defensively.
Next will be Norvell from Warchamp.
I was curious, you usually do with your team on Thanksgiving, and then is it any different than what you would normally do because of COVID and everything else? How are you guys going to handle Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so it's it's been different throughout my career because we played Friday games, and I would say the majority of the time we've had a Friday game. But whenever we have played Saturday games, we like to get together on Thursday. We'll have our normal Thursday practice. Right when that's done with, we'll go up as a team, and we'll have a lunch together. Just a time to spend as an entire group, and an opportunity to just visit and show the gratitude that we have for each other, and obviously the situation that you get to be a part of, being a part of this program. So it's gonna be a nice meal, and then in the afternoon, guys that are local, there's some kids that will be having parents coming in, and some guys will be going, being able to spend time with their families. So it's just it's a special day. It's one that you always want to take a moment and be together, and we'll do that there tomorrow.
Next will be Ryan Kelly from WCTV.
Hey, Coach, whenever you go up against Bronco Mendenhall squad, they're not a team that likes to beat themselves a lot. They're second in the ACC in terms of fewest penalties, just behind Notre Dame. How important is it to stay disciplined against a squad like UVA?
I mean, it's critical, and it's something that we've hit on throughout the course of the year, and it's something that we're working to do a better job, as I have seen improvements as the year has gone on with our guys. The awareness that we've cut down on the some of the foolish penalties, and even though we still have had some that have showed up and in inopportune times, that's something that's going to be big in this game. And this is a big physical football team that's going to be aggressive in all aspects, and we've got to play that with the same mentality, and have opportunities to be able to we've got to find opportunities to be able to run the football, as well as win those one-on-ones in all aspects. And these are games that you like to play in, because it's going to be a team that does things the right way, and you got to play at a high level to put yourself in a position to achieve success.
Next will be Chris Meade from Knowles 347.
Coach, you've taken the opportunity the last couple of Wednesday to share personnel updates. Just wondering if there's anything to share today.
No, sir. We were. Everybody's good at practice today. We've got a couple guys that are still working to get themselves in the best position to be able to play this week. We'll see how that goes these next few days. But everything was progressing along.
Next will be Bob Ferrante from the Osceola.
Hey, Coach, earlier in the week we asked you about Bronco from an X and O standpoint. but curious about your observations from a distance about how he's rebuilt Virginia after they've had some really difficult seasons up there. Just, curious if you've talked to him or just have any reflections about what he's done up there.
Yeah, I haven't had any direct conversations with him. As I mentioned earlier in the week, I know their strength coach really well. Just spent the majority of my coaching career as assistant with him, and that mindset, the approach. It is toughness, physicality. Guys that play the game the right way. Fundamentally sound. And that's there definitely is a process of what it takes to win games, and they do it the right way. And I think you've seen that here these last few years, just how the program has grown. I mean, yes, they've had some special players that have helped to accelerate that along. But you see that continued improvement, and that's something that I have a great deal of respect for, and it's why Coach Mendenhall has been as successful as he has throughout his career as well.
Coach, how much of Jordan's success on a natural ability, and how much of it is just maybe opposing teams just haven't been used to seeing him and where they'll be for him?
You kind of broke up there at the end, but I will say that I think Jordan's ability has allowed him, in different situations to be able to extend plays, to be able to. Obviously, make things, kind of almost be an eraser when something bad, bad happened, to be able to extend the play, to keep his eyes down the field, to be able to hurt people with his legs and his arm, throughout the course of a game, as what he allows us to do offensively. It's we're able to be quite multiple with the run and the pass game, with the quarterback being a part of that. It's not so much of just the direct runs, but just him as a running option. Off of different read games and things like that. But I think the improvement of that he's had, just throwing the football and the ability he has there, it's something that I've been really pleased with. And he's throwing the ball well. Here these last couple of weeks, and just excited about how he's going to continue to grow in that regards, and as we continue to get a better sense of all of his strengths, to be able to formulate plans that to help showcase that.
Back to Antoine from the Democrat.
Just talk about the growth that you've seen from this defense, especially coming into camp, leading up to now, heading into late November.
Well, obviously it's been an up and down year, and defensively, I think guys are really settling in regards to the importance of the details, and making sure that we go out there and we're working to play 11 as one. Like we talked about coming off of the last game, it's still the situational awareness of what we need to do and what we're trying to take away. That showed up, not in a real positive way there on third downs, and so that's something we're going to have to continue to grow and continue to emphasize. Especially there with some of the guys, the younger guys there in the defensive backfield, but that's been a big point for us. But when you see the improvements in the run game, we've got to eliminate the missed tackles. That's kind of allowed a couple of the bigger runs here these last few games out. But I mean, you're seeing tighter fits. You're seeing guys, 11 guys working to play as one and being in the right spots. Now we just got to continue to go out there and execute at a high level.
Next will be Terry from Tomahawk Nation.
Coach, you talked about plans as far as the team, but you as a first-year family in Tallahassee, do you have anything special planned? Do you have any special Norvell family traditions as far as Thanksgiving goes?
We're gonna spend it together there Thursday night. Obviously, we've got some things that we got to do. They're actually sitting right here in the press conference, so they're telling me what we're doing. But no, it's a joy. They'll be our coaches' families will be there tomorrow with the team, and I got a couple things that I'm going to have to do right afterwards with coaches and make sure we have everything with our game plan. Continuing to work on our schedule, but we'll be able to spend Thursday night, evening and night together, and I know Maria will do a great job, putting together a wonderful meal. So it's got to be because she's sitting right here. So.
All right, last one will be Ira from Morecambe.
I just want to ask one more question about the transfer portal and that process. So if players at other schools go in the transfer portal early in the season, that means every other school can start recruiting them. So are those conversations going on the whole time, even while your season's going on? And how different is that compared to, I guess, the way things used to be?
Yeah, I mean, it's, once a kid goes in the transfer portal, it is now it is a recruitable athlete. So basically, it falls under the same rules of what a junior college transfer student or a high school student athlete would be. And so, yes, there are conversations with different prospects that are in the portal, and just trying to get as much information to identify the right fit at positions of need that we know that we have or will have here, moving forward. And so, those are all things that we evaluate, and it's daily since the transfer portal has become, a new avenue to recruiting in college football. It's something we check every day, and it's definitely different.